is Edward Snow with Edward Snow Nature Photography. I'm in a special place. I'm here at McRoberts Creek and at the foot of the Matanuska mountain range to take pictures and video of spawning coho salmon. In Alaska we call them silvers or cohos. They're quite big, quite large fish, and they're beautiful. The McRoberts Creek is their last place that they will swim up before they pay the ultimate sacrifice and lay their eggs and fertilize them, and then they die. You know, Pacific salmon are different than Atlantic salmon in the fact that Atlantic salmon will keep on living after they spawn, but not so with Pacific salmon. So with their decomposing bodies, they add nutrients back into the stream and the necessary nutrients for the next generation of fish that will come because of them. This is a yearly cycle that happens. Anyway, come with me. I'm going to show you some beautiful scenery, some beautiful fish, and I'm going to discuss how hard it is for them. I'm an observer. I've never really seen this myself, okay? And I'm going to be a first-hand observer. I'm going to spend a couple days, try to get as many images as I can and video clips as I can, and put it together. I want to keep this kind of short. It's not going to be real long, but I'll be explaining to you about these wonderful salmon. So let's get busy. Okay, to make this video, I used several different lenses. The underwater segments were filmed with mostly the Olympus TG tracker. I also filmed it with the GoPro Hero 5. I found the tracker to be more user-friendly. The Hero 5, it was good, but I think the tracker does a better job underwater. The problem I had with the Hero 5 was I tried to use my cell phone to start it and stop it, and once the Hero 5 got underwater, I lost the connection and I wasn't able to view what was going on or anything. I didn't have as much problem when I had the Hero 3 black. It seemed like it maintained connection better than the Hero 5. So that's a concern. Whereas with the TG tracker, when I turned it on, I attached it to a pole and put it down in the water, I didn't have to worry about it, okay? And I just pointed in a general direction, and it has a built-in lens attachment that you attach to the camera for underwater filming. And I found that to be quite nice, and I got some really nice video footage of the salmon swimming up the stream or up the creek. So out of the two, if I had to use it for underwater filming, I would definitely choose Olympus TG tracker. For the other videos, I use my Sony A7R II, and I also use the Nikon D4 and the Nikon D810 with this 24-70 f4 lens. Sometimes I would use a 1.4 extender on it, and sometimes I didn't. I found out I was so close I really didn't need the extender. But, in fact, I felt that maybe the 200 to 400 was too much. Probably would have done better if I would have went with 70 to 200 f2.8. And I think that's all you would need for this. I didn't try that, but maybe when I come back next year and film these salmon again, that's what I'll do. Anyway, it was very interesting, and I had fun. I need to get back to shooting some more, and then we'll close this out. You know, to the native people who live up here in Alaska, salmon are very important. Villagers and villages all over Alaska during this time of year are busy smoking and canning, bottling salmon. This is what they live off of during the year. Salmon is a major food source for them, along with the moose, of course, and the caribou. A lot of them live off subsistence hunting and fishing. That's really important. And this is such a pristine land. It's important that we take care of it, and we don't allow companies or people to come in and do things that could harm these fisheries, like this one right here. Or say, let the pebble mine come in and destroy salmon beds. So the life history of salmon is such that these salmon, once they hatch in the spring, they don't automatically take off and go out into the ocean. They stay here in this stream, okay, and don't go out until the next summer or next spring. They stay in this area. Okay, they get bigger and stronger, and then they take off and they go out to the ocean for 3 years and feed and get larger and larger, and then they, at the end of that 4th year, then they come back and they spawn, lay their eggs, and then they die. I think it's really important that once you see these fish and the struggle they have to go through and how beautiful they are, I hope that you will have an increased desire to support and take care of this land and the fish and the animals that live here, and not let them be exploited or even polluted by things. As we know, and I'm a biology teacher by trade, there's repeated throughout history times when humans have been stupid, have not known that the actions that they're doing are going to cause harm. Or they do know and they don't care because they're after the almighty dollar. They're after a profit. Well, some things aren't worth the profit. Some things are meant to be kept inviolate and not to be destroyed, not to be messed with. I think this is one of the cases. We need to protect this wild salmon here in Alaska and do whatever we can to make sure that they're here for countless generations to follow. Anyway, that's my take on ecology and environmental issues. I believe in a responsible take, but I also believe that we need to protect the land. Okay, like I said, I plan on spending several days taking video and still images of the salmon, and I was able to do that. I'm impressed. At the same time, I felt sad for them. I know it's their life cycle and it's the way things are, but they have a major struggle. I saw some of them swimming up and the currents were pushing back, swim up, pushing back, and kept on doing this. They would try to jump over a couple logs that are upstream from me, and they'd just about get over the top and the current was pushing back. These guys, they're exhausted, they're worn out. Pure instinct and drive, internal drive is pushing them onwards to make the ultimate sacrifice. And it was fun watching. I really enjoyed it. It was interesting to see them do their thing. I hope you like this video, and I'm going to try to bring more to you like this. If you like this video, please subscribe and tell me if you like it and what you didn't like about it. So thanks for coming along, and I hope you enjoyed it. This is Edward Snow signing off.